Hey everybody, Jon-Paul, game director at Free Range Games on The Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. We've been running a contest in our Discord for our advanced players to put together and show off everything that they have been able to create using our building system. And today we're going to go through what I'm calling the Building Oscars. We're going to give out awards that we're of each entry that we think is really cool. With me today are Ryan Mattson, our lead level designer.
Hey everyone, it's good to be here.
And Ty Miyasato, our principal environment and character artist.
Hello everyone.
And we're going to go through it. So I have seen all of these, but these guys haven't. So we're going to play them, and I'm going to kind of show the award and talk about who did it, and then we're gonna look at these. So I'm actually kind of excited because Ryan and Ty haven't seen these yet. So we're getting live reactions to this. Okay, our first award is going to be for the best one-room base. This is Pyrovec. What I like about this is in the early game, you kind of throw everything into one room, but I think he did a really cool job of just making something interesting, even though it's all in one place.
I like the forge in the corner, or the furnace in the corner. It's great. Seeing it there, I'm like, wait, how did they build a furnace in the corner of this room that they built? Oh, no, they built a room around the furnace, and I love it. That kind of thing is always awesome to see how people are building things around the environment as it exists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it gives me tiny home vibes.
Yeah.
I'm really excited people use that big furnace. That was inspired by, I sent Bradley, the art director, an image from the movie Citizen Kane, where he has just got this like ridiculous fireplace that he's standing in front of, and I was like, that's what a dwarf would have, a gigantic fireplace. So our next one is FireManeDavy, and this is what I call the best front door, which is just the opening to the base. He's got this really cool treasure area, and then the front door I really like.
Yeah, that's epic.
Let's look at that again, because I was talking through it.
That's gorgeous. Are these statues built? Are these in place in the game from like
no,
one
these
of
are the elder ones you can build. In the last update, we let you build your own Durin statues.
Perfect use of them too. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
And I love a good front door.
I love it too. Built it right into the interface, like the mesh that we had in there. That's awesome.
The next is, we actually had a couple of these. So shout out to everybody that entered a Westgate remodel. But this was from our player Guy. This was just one of those complete, took that first area that you first come in and you meet the Raven, and just did a total rework of it.
I'm excited for this because this is pretty much the one spot of the game where I saw the most. So seeing it totally different is...
Yeah, this covered bridge right there I thought was cool. Yeah. Like all the farming that they've got in the light.
This is wild. I love this one. I remember building this bubble originally and putting, we went through it, 5-6 different iterations of it. And seeing it in this way is really similar to the way that when we were building it, we envisioned it would have looked. This is really, really impressive.
Yeah, all the new lighting fixtures gives it really good atmosphere.
And for anybody that wants to see these full, some of these are edited down. Feel free to go into the contest thread in our Discord, and you can see the full videos of the entry. Because that was just a taste. He redid almost every room in that area, and it gets pretty crazy. So our next one goes to Saf.Liz, which is what I think is the best Scarecrow. But there's a lot of cool things about this base. This is built into an elder area. No spoilers, don't want to talk about too much about where it is. But she has this area that it's like kind of up above, really high, and then you can see down. So it's this very, very cool multi-level base. And here you can see what I mean by best Scarecrow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's great. It's perfect. Such a good use.
Yeah, total Scarecrow.
Beware, don't come to this space. All of the farm plots in front too. That's a great use of that space.
Yeah. Next up is Stòri, who wins the best water feature, and this is somebody who took the Great Abyss below the bridge of Khazad-dûm and decided to build a multi-level base into it. So you can just see the waterfall coming down, the different views you can get out of each window.
Great example of just using the natural environment and kind of building around it. Yeah.
I love it. I would never have imagined somebody would have built this in this area. This is great.
Yeah, I think we were even worried, what if you could build in here? It might be some kind of exploit or something. So
yes.
I'm glad people found a way around that.
I don't think you're supposed to build in here. I think we just found a bug on our side. Nice job. Super impressive to get in here and build this.
Now. No,
not anymore.
Cool.
No, it's feature. Sorry, feature, not a bug.
Yeah. So I love seeing some of these, the guys that built them or the players that built them talk about how they had to go and strip mine 3 different full worlds to get enough mine. I think one of the later bases, there was a guy who was talking about 50,000 units of adamant he had to extract from 3 different worlds.
That's awesome.
When the players posted these, did they put an estimated time and how long it took them to build?
I don't know, but I do look at in the UI how many game days they are, and many of them are very far along. So our next one goes to Sleeper Agent, which is what I think is the best throne room. Now, this is one part of a major video, like a whole, what he calls the Bastion, and I definitely encourage everyone to go look at the whole build. But here, I really was struck with the throne room that this player made. Love those carpets we added.
Those treasure piles are going to get so much better in the next update.
Everyone's video talks about, I can't wait until the treasure pile update, because so they want to redo their treasure rooms.
That's impressive right there.
Yeah. The warm and cool color combination really works. Yeah.
And this particular environment's got this neat atmosphere that comes in.
It's great.
So our next one, again, Guy, started off his entry by saying, this is what I wanted the armory of the upper third deep to be. And so like this is what they imagined in their head. And so this goes to the best armory.
Yeah, that's pretty epic. That's exactly what I would want my armory to look like. Just step in and multi-level weapons everywhere.
It's not just the time to build this, but there's a lot of weapons on these racks. Like that takes time to make those weapons too.
Yeah, you mentioned the time played before. We're looking at day 582 right now. That is some serious play time. I love it.
Yeah, and I love the different armor racks and mannequins. People love that statue holding the lamp tie that you added.
Yeah.
So our next one is the best pub and feast hall. So this is Mereak Firmaxe. Has a lot of videos and entries. Absolutely some epic builds to go look at in Discord. This one just really struck me as someone that put a lot of time to build like a micro brewery and a full out feast hall.
Yeah, you weren't kidding. Jesus.
Yeah, I love the intentionality behind the bar with all the bar stools, the tables over here. This is great.
I'm so glad we added chairs and tables because it really does bring things to life.
He talks about also the technique of using the wood post and then putting the crystal light on it to make a chandelier.
Oh, yeah. That's
great.
Neat. Yeah.
How are those even standing up?
People did some really creative stuff, like using pieces I don't think we would have imagined how they used them.
Do those posts get stability because they're connected to the ceiling?
I think so.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, you could just imagine like a whole garrison eating and feeding here.
One of the neat things about all these bases that we've seen so far, other than the ones that are very explicitly in the Westgate or the Abyss, I don't know where these are.
Oh yeah,
it's really neat to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of these
I don't know where you built this.
Surprising places.
Yeah.
The banners look really cool.
I like
and I love how often people use the shield and the weapon racks as decoration.
Right. Yeah, those decorations look awesome. And again, just featuring the things that people have built. It'll be great. Again, next update, getting those signs in. People are going to love those.
Mm-hmm.
I like how the coffered ceilings sort of penetrate with the rocks and the walls, and just feels good.
Yeah. So the next one, this is from FireManeDavy. This is another one of those, like, taking a whole area and reworking it. But this one, I don't know why, it just reminded me of my time at school, because it had that, like, oh, I want to just kind of study there. So best university vibes for this one. And again, just for time, we're editing a lot of these, so they're just glimpses of these. Absolutely go and check out the full builds.
Oh yeah, I dig that.
It's very neat.
You almost need a sorting hat in this one.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And next update, you'll get the scrolls and books that you can actually build shelves for here, so you can make your real university.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, I just love the benches, the uses of the vases, those giant fireplaces. I also just like each little corner just feels decorated like it's a real space.
This definitely feels cozy.
Yeah, it does.
Oh yeah.
The work it takes to, like, decide, oh, I should put a workbench there and let me put a lamp right there. There's a lot of detail to that. I love.
Wow.
Yeah, that micro decoration of organizing the workbench and the shelves in that way is super nice. People are really showing off their environment art skills here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, super rewarding to see everyone and just do really cool things with these pieces.
You just know, like, a neat view, good use of the crystals. I love this little part with the crystal lamps around the statue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is great.
Nice focal point to the area.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, really, really loved the sort of micro decoration, the furnishing pass on this one.
It's a cool chandelier as well.
I want to play in all these. This is so fun.
Oh yeah, totally. Little double bed, love it.
Nice.
The chandelier, though, the rafter to the chandelier pass is kind of cool.
That's pretty smart, just pushing the beds together.
Yeah.
We only have single small beds.
And then this one is best rustic builds. So Axbeard did, their entry is a whole lot of work in the Elven Quarter, and there are many other different places. But I thought this was kind of neat. They made, like, a little hidden cabin stuck away that you had to kind of, like, find, which I thought is kind of neat. Like, built into one of those ore pockets.
Yeah, it's really cool to see people thinking about the space in such a different way than we did. I love that. It's something that the building system opened up.
Mm-hmm.
And then this crazy grow house.
Mm-hmm.
Is this possible because when you build flooring, we don't cut the light out from that area? This is great if that's the case. I love this. I love the usage of the space for this too.
Oh yeah, that's right. There aren't any grow lamps in this area. Yeah, that works. Hey, whatever. There's a grow lamp.
Good. There we go. Oh, you don't need lamps for mushrooms.
Yeah. And then I love the collecting the stone trolls into one area.
Yes.
I still remember the first time we got the troll turned into stone, how excited the whole team was. That was such a great moment.
That was great.
And then I just love this kind of, like, Hunter's Lodge vibe. You know, this would be good for, like, the Blue Mountains dwarves. Like I said, a little bit more rustic than some of the other builds that we've seen.
Oh, I love what they did with that second floor. Looks super interesting from the bottom.
Yeah, like the crude stuff, the wood. Love the polished.
Oh, this is great.
floors. Yeah, and I love mixing the crude walls with the granite and the adamant walls. It creates that nice, the sort of mixed rock media. Little fireplaces in the corner. Love that.
Yeah, those are cool too. Oh, and then again, just advertising more in the next update, getting those gold walls in some of these spaces is going to look really great too. Mm-hmm. I think seeing the really large hearth integrated this way as well is super cool.
So the next one is, Mereak Firmaxe did this entire 6 video set of awesome 8 levels of a base, and you really got to go look at all of it. But there was something that really struck me about this entry is the amount of small spaces that the player role played as almost retail spaces. So he's got a bank and a tailor shop and little things like that. So here is the bank that they made. There's a little bank stand and clerk desks and wow. This is where you'd go and deposit your gold.
Dude.
Are those vaults back there too? Are going to them? Yes, we are. Yeah, I love it.
Vaults. Love it. They're just using the pieces in a really unorthodox way to get something. I love that here made a little treasure room just behind a door. And again, this one's going to look great with the new update where you can shove the treasure piles on top of each other.
Yeah.
And then here's a tailor shop. Come in and get your armor stitched up.
Nice.
Makes me want to get NPCs in the game so bad.
Oh, no kidding.
These players are ready for that day.
This is great, yeah.
So we're going to end on this one, which I'm calling the best overall build, which is maybe not fair to say because they're all awesome. This one is just almost maybe could have been called the most surprising build.
Yes.
So here the player took the Crystal Descent, which is meant to be a place you just kind of jump down, and decided to make an entire dwarven stair fortress up the entire height of it. And so this is the longest one. I didn't really edit this one because I watched this for the first time. It was mind blowing that anybody could even build in this area, let alone something that looks so dwarvy.
Yeah. I would have loved to have seen them actually build this in real time.
Yeah, get a time-lapse video of it or something. That would be so fun. This is really impressive. I feel like we talked about what it would be like to build a base in here during development, but I don't know if anyone actually ever spent the time to build even a small base. This is great. I feel like we got to show this to Andrew, the level designer, and Martina, the artist who worked on this, because
yeah, could you
probably would never imagine. This is so fun.
Yeah, so it's hard to overstate that every entry in this contest was incredible, and we just showed you a glimpse of each one of these because going and watching somebody tour, I mean, there were 20-minute videos of here is every level of this multi-level base. And I also loved over the course of the contest, you could see the builder players almost challenging each other. Someone would see an entry and they'd be like, oh, you can do that and make that kind of chandelier. And then they do another update where they had the chandeliers, and someone else was like, oh, you put down flooring there. That's how you got the stability. So you could see everybody kind of learning from each other in real time. It was really awesome.
That's so fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is mind blowing. This is crazy.
I really like how they invested so much time in this, and they dealt with our really messy off-axis art that we added in here because we had to. It was a very naturalistic area, and for its path down, it needed to be off-axis. We really tried not to do that in other places in the game, but this is awesome.
I also love something like this. You could see this and not know this was player built. You could just think this was an environment that our artist made and put together. And I think that's a testament tied to the work you and Bradley and the environment and Sam's team, the time of making the building pieces really kind of fit the whole vibe, make it feel dwarfy, make it hard to make something that doesn't look dwarfy. And we took multiple stabs at that at release. At the 1.1 in December, we made some more updates in April. And there's even more coming this next update.
Yeah, all the environment artists in this game just killed it.
No safety railings. Don't need that in Khazad-dûm.
What day are we on here? Am I reading day 212?
Yeah.
That's wild. That's not enough days.
It's 313.
313, even that's still not enough days to build something like this. That's really amazing.
Well, and a lot of our players take advantage of the fact that you can make multiple worlds. You can bring your dwarves back and forth between those worlds. So a lot of them are kind of source worlds. That would be where they'd get the materials and they'd bring them back. So some of the epic builds you can see are like day 50. So those were our award winners. Thanks to everybody that entered. We've got even more stuff coming in the 1.3 update. And remember to wish list on Steam. This is a great example of what you can do if you're feeling creative and just want to make something that really gets you into that world of the dwarves.